Learning how to effectively communicate with others is critical to your success. These tips can be used for anything, whether you want to climb the corporate ladder or you want to get into a romantic relationship. These tips are key if you want to build rapport with anybody. Over the years, I've read a bunch of different books on communication, ones such as How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie and How to Talk to People, 92 Little Tricks for Big Success in Relationships by Leil, Lowndes. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 4 extremely powerful techniques that you can use to build rapport with anybody. Most of the tips in this video came from this book, and I honestly highly recommend everybody read it because it is hands down one of the most important and influential books that I've ever read. How to Win Friends and Influence People, Dale Carnegie. Number 1, listen first and parrot. Let the other person talk, especially if you're just getting to know them, and always let the other person finish their thoughts. And more importantly, engage with their thoughts. There's a technique called parroting. I learned this in the Leil Lowndes book. Basically, when someone says something to you, repeat back the main gist of what they said. For example, if someone says they had a great time on their vacation in Jamaica, you should say something like, "Oh, you had a great time in Jamaica? That's great." I mean, that's not really the best example, but I think you get the gist. This technique not only affirms to the other person that you are in fact listening, but it also encourages them to clarify and expand on their thoughts, which makes them talk more and therefore builds more comfort with you and therefore more rapport. So this is an extremely powerful tool. Number 2, instead of focusing on what you want, figure out what the other person wants. When I read this in How to Win Friends and Influence Others, I was blown away because so many people nowadays message important people on social media thinking only about what they want instead of what the other person wants. Think about it. In any occasion, the majority of people will just ask and explain why they want something and how it benefits them. When somebody wants something from somebody, instead of, asking how it benefits the other person, they just go and focus on what they want. And the truth is, people don't give a shit how it helps you. They want to know how you can help them. So that's what you need to do. Explain how you can benefit them and build rapport with them. It's even better to figure out what they want ahead of time. That way you can offer it outright, and that way it benefits both of you. So ultimately, figure out what the other person wants and explain to the other person how you can help them instead of just approaching them with me, I want this. Number 3, ask open-ended questions and be genuinely interested. This is another no-duh tip, but if it's so obvious, then why do so many people not do it? When you're starting a conversation with somebody, don't ask yes or no questions. Ask questions that need an explanation. If they went to Jamaica for a vacation, ask why they chose to go there. Again, not the best example, but you get the point. Another part of this is make sure you're asking about something that the other person actually wants to talk about. So avoid topics like what do you do for work? Because generally speaking, most people hate their job and they don't want to talk about it on their off time. A much better question would be, what are you passionate about? And then after they answer, follow up on it and try to get them to expand on that. Bonus tip, if you know what they're into already, look into it and learn a little about it and use its vernacular, like words that only a person interested in that particular subject would know. Open-ended questions are especially important, especially on a dating app like Tinder. If you're an average dude and you ask boring-ass questions, you're gonna get ghosted a lot. So think about good questions that spike emotions. Or if you really want an advanced Tinder tip, don't use questions at all. Use direct statements and assumptions about who you're talking to. Trust me, works a lot better. That's only for Tinder. Don't do that on a job interview. Number 4, people want to feel important, so give sincere praise whenever possible. If there's one thing that Dale Carnegie stressed the most in his book, it was that the majority of people just want to feel important and be recognized. Once you understand this, this can be so powerful, because many of us notice everything wrong, but never what is right. Imagine a brick wall. If every brick was put properly, except for one, people would only notice the odd one and not all the other ones that are perfect. Find sincere praise and compliments to give. If you notice something about somebody, like a new hairstyle that looks really good, say something to them and it will make their day. Or if you're a manager at a job and you see a slight improvement in one of your employees, praise it and it will encourage them to work harder. This is way more effective than criticism because you give them a good reputation to live up to and it builds rapport with them. Anyways, that is it for today, guys. If you'd like to see more videos on this subject, please let me know in the comment section below. I'm thinking about doing a video sharing all the key takeaways from Dale Carnegie's book, so if you're interested in that, please let me know. Also, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to join the tribe of self-improvement. Thank you so much, guys.